The New York v. Trump trial resumes tomorrow morning with the prosecution's third witness, bank executive Gary Farrell, on the stand. Farrell was the senior managing director at First Republic Bank when Michael Cohen used his home equity line from the bank to pay $130,000 to Stormy Daniels. Andrew Cherkasky is a former federal prosecutor and a criminal defense attorney, and Andrew joins me now. Great to have you here in person, sir. What is the prosecution trying to establish from the Gary Farrell testimony?
I think they're just trying to lay out all of Donald Trump's dirty laundry at this point. I think they're trying to establish not only the catch-and-kill scheme that we saw last week with testimony from David Pecker. Now we're getting testimony about exactly how the banking works for Donald Trump and how his check writing actually occurs. There is no evidence of a crime that they have introduced at this point from the prosecution, not even arguably. We're not even talking weight of evidence. We're talking whether evidence suggests that at all. I expect the testimony tomorrow to be more of the same, just this kind of background information, no criminal type evidence at this point.
Yeah, people are wondering where I was the last 2 days of last week. I was in court watching this trial. I was in the overflow room. And to your point that you just mentioned, my overall takeaway is, boy, this stuff is seedy, it's salacious. I wouldn't want to be associated with any of it, ... But I have no idea what the crime is. I still don't. Do you think this is the week that we find out what this magical crime is? Or is that not possible because there's just no crime here?
Well, that's the evidence right now is consistent with Donald Trump's repeated claims of innocence. I think as the trial goes on, I expect the only real witness that will present any evidence of criminal conduct may be Michael Cohen. We know the credibility attack that's going to happen at that point and all of the difficulties that the prosecution is going to have having anybody believe anything he has to say. But they have to introduce evidence that that attenuates to one of the alleged crime here. Trying to define and understand what that crime is unbelievably complicated. I've been doing this almost every day for months and months. I still don't get it. It's not the misdemeanor underlying fraudulent entry of business records, not a crime. Statute of limitations has passed. So it's that plus an intent to commit another underlying crime. What that crime is, we don't know as of yet. So what evidence would actually apply to that? Still unstated.
And when you talk about Cohen, you look at the order of the witnesses, obviously putting David Pecker in there. He seems like a nice senior citizen man up there on the. It's to set up the battle that's going to happen with Michael Cohen, because they're going to attack Michael Cohen from every which way. And so you want a witness who has said some nice things, let's say, some cleaner things before they get into Cohen, and he just gets annihilated. Want to get your thoughts on what Eric Trump said earlier yesterday. Here's what he said on Sunday Morning Futures. Watch.
Presidents need immunity in this country. If they don't, their entire tenure as president is literally going to be filled in depositions and subpoenas like they've tried to do to my father for the last 8 years. They're not going to be able to function as presidents of the United States. You know, you're going to have a president that literally every single day, you know, Biden, hey, when they withdrew from Afghanistan, 13 service members were killed. Is that manslaughter because he was incompetent? I mean, where do you draw the line?
Now, look, this doesn't necessarily apply to this case because a lot of the acts involved here, the alleged acts, were before Trump was president. But just on the whole, you see this strategy of lawfare backfiring against the Democrats. You see Donald Trump in the polls. So what is the end game here? I mean, are they going to continue to push this regardless of whether in the immunity case there's any immunity, in the New York civil case, the New York criminal case, whether there's any criminality? Are they going to do it until Trump's behind bars in some way, shape, or form?
You're saying it correct. This is lawfare. This is using the legal system to advance a political agenda. It's clear to me. When we hear Mr. Trump talk about the immunity issues, it's absolutely a matter that the president needs. I've been saying that for a long time before many people came out and said it. The left has been saying there's no immunity, and then it gets to the Supreme Court, and it seems obviously there's some degree of immunity. There's immunity for government actors all the time. What that line is, difficult thing to define, even more difficult when it's the president of the United States, who has such a broad range of authorities that he needs to be able to act upon without the fear of consequence from a criminal perspective. What's happening right now in New York, I think, is more exposure of that same type of lawfare, where you have a former president who some of his acts actually dealt with times that he was in office, and now he's caught up in a local legal system with a crime that is yet undefined and evidence that still has yet to be presented of actual guilt of any sort.
And the one point I want to try to make, despite what every witness on the stand might say is a crime, it doesn't matter what they thought was a crime, especially in the case of David Pecker. I thought I was committing campaign violence. That's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you and I think it. Only thing that matters, did Donald Trump think that, and did he act on it accordingly? We have no evidence of that so far in the New York criminal case. We'll see if we get any this week. Andrew Cherkasky, appreciate your time as always. Your wife, obviously, Katie, you here. You got to let her sleep in.
Well,
that was very nice of you. You're a kind man.
This morning. I appreciate
Andrew,
that.
thanks.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.